Alright, Shalom. All praise, glory, and honor to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI. Okay. Barakatah YAHAWAH, Barakatah YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elders and apostles, better known as the Great Millstone. Honors, love, blessings, and salutations as well to sincere Akim, who push this word in truth and in sincerity within the same body, doctrine, and spirit that brothers are pushing this in. Shalom. Quick lesson. Title is Deuteronomy 23:7. A clerical error for H130. See H726. And it's funny because when and I put a link in the description. This is a re-upload that brother Yashawamba had put up of Apostle Aramla breaking this down. And this is pretty old, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is about a year old. So you see, that's the spirit. Another thing of topic that we always talk about is, seeing these new groups come up, whether they call themselves Egyptologists, Black Consciousness, evangelicals, Christians, Mormons, all these fanatical groups. They always go through the same cycle of information. First it starts off with the most obscene thing, or you hate women, because of the Rasta Skink Slut video, right? It'll roll into, it's always, the black man and the black woman is God, just madness. And then, it runs off into, they start going into trinities. The so-called white man's not the devil. He's not Edom. Right, and they circle the drain with all this stuff, so we know what they're going to be coming up against soon enough. So this is something that was said a while back, and lo and behold, it's emerged again. So I just thought I would revisit it. So without further ado, this is Deuteronomy 23:7, which reads, it says, "Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou wast a stranger in his land." Now, I'm not going to do a 30-minute video. Like I said, the link is in the description. And the apostle does a really good job. I'm just going to highlight some of the points and just get right to it, give you that fast food mentality that the millennials and people of the new age so desire. So this word Edom here and this word abhor are clerical errors, and they're purposeful errors. They do this on purpose, because whenever you go into a Bible dictionary and you read about Edom or Esau, it tells you that he's the only person without mercy. Now you know that the Most High is not the author of confusion, so why would he have all these scriptures? And this is something that Apostle Aramla always says. Why would he have all these scriptures showing that Edom and Esau are going to be without mercy and utterly destroyed? But then, oops, here's a contradiction. It's because well, for one reason in particular. Let's get it. So the book of Revelations. Okay, we say Revelations. They don't like that, but okay, it's Revelation 22:18. "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, YAHAWAH shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book." So that right there lets you know why this devil did it. First and foremost, he doesn't believe in the Most High. He despised the birthright. He sold it to his brother Jacob. Okay, and he adds unto the book, and he takes away from the book. And what does it say? Also later on, it says, "If any man," Revelations 22:19, "if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, YAHAWAH shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book." So that right there is a fulfillment. This is a fulfillment. When we see this, this is part of a prophecy being fulfilled, realize it or not. Okay, now when you go to 130, right, and you go through, I'm gonna blow this up. When when you go to 130 and you look around in here, all right, there's nothing telling you about a clerical error, right? So, what are you talking about? Where's the clerical error? You're making shit up, you're adding, right? Accuse me of what I'm stating, right? Well, that's the one thing about the beauty of books. Okay. What was it? 130, right? Yeah, 130. Right, there you go. 130. Now, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this on camera. Okay. But let me see if I can help out. Let me see if I can help out. Let's see. I want to be able to see what you're seeing. Okay. So if we go to 130, now I don't know how well this is gonna translate. Okay. 130. Okay. Let me see if I can get more of it in there. Okay, 130, right below my finger. Okay, it says to see 726, the bottom right here. Okay, it says C 726. Okay, so let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go to 726. So I have it pulled up. Okay, here it is, 726. And the funny thing, and the beautiful thing about this too, which you'll see, is when you go to 726. Okay, 726. Okay, a Romy talking about Syrian. Okay, the usage is the usage. That doesn't mean that this is true. Just because it was used this way in the scripture doesn't mean that it's true. Okay, it says, look at right here, Strong's the definition of this. Aromi, a clerical error for 130, an Edomite, as in the margin, Syrian. Okay, this is an incorrect. Okay, this is a clerical error. That's why you see the title of the video. Okay, now this is just the root word for Edom. I just had that pulled up for that reason. Okay, and if I go to here to 726, okay, I don't know how well you'll see it, but I'll get it back up. Okay, get it back up. Let me see what you're seeing real quick. In the bottom corner. Okay, 7. So like 726. So here it is, and it says a clerical. I don't know how well this is going to zoom in. Okay, I don't know how well this is going to work, but if you have the book, it's fairly cheap online. A little bit more expensive if you buy it in the store, but it says clearly a clerical error. Okay, as in the margin, Syrian. Okay, I know it's kind of blurry, so that's just the way it is. Okay. I'll get the camera back on point here in a second. Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get a couple more precepts, but that's the point. It's lucky. Let me check the sound. I totally forgot to check the sound. Pardon me. Okay. So far, so good. No, hey, Shalom. Shalom, Gabari, YAHAWASHI, Brakatah. Shalom, Mat. And I'm not mistaken, this brother, GMS Hawaii, Gabari YAHAWAH, he did a video on this too. So like, I guess I gotta turn this down. Alright. I'll have this as low as possible just so I can hear the double. But I'm gonna wrap this up with just a couple more precepts. All right, because there was something I was gonna title this, but I just added it to the description. This is a Sirach 12 and 18. I mean, yeah, yes, Sirach. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10 says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." So, you know, if you have like a cast iron skillet, if you don't keep it well oiled, and you can keep it well oiled for as long as the life of that thing is going to last. But the second it loses that oil, guess what is under there waiting to pop up? That rust. Well, so is the wickedness of the so-called white man. It says, "Let favor be shown unto the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness." And actually, let's get that. Isaiah 26 and 10. Isaiah 26, verse 10. Okay. It says, so like, yeah. "Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord." See? "Lord, when thy hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they shall see and be ashamed for their envy at the people. Yea, the fire of thine enemies shall devour them. Lord, thou wilt ordain peace for us, for thou also hast wrought all our works in us. O Lord, O Yahawah, our power. Other lords besides thee have had dominion over us, but by thee only will we make mention of thy name. Okay. And the so-called white people, they know everything, right? If Edom, they know everything. Why are they not professing the name of the Most High? Because the name is dreadful amongst the heathen. There goes the echo. Because the name is dreadful unto the Lord. I mean, the name is dreadful unto the heathen. Okay, it's dreadful amongst the heathen. Okay. So favor is shown unto the wicked. They have rulership of the earth. They can make amends with everybody. They can make everything right in the world. Yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, he will deal unjustly. Within the world, within the land of Israel itself, amongst the Israelites, the 1/3, he will deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. He gives no credit to the Most High's name, to his works, the prophecy. He changes scripture like Deuteronomy 23 and 7. So the Most High is going to remove him from the book of life because he's added and taken away from the words of these prophecies. He has made no mention of the Most High's name, because the Most High, he is to be, or he exists, means that all things that happen and come to pass are because of his will, because he ordained it. That could be another lesson for another time, but I don't want to make this too long. I'm already past my 10-minute. And Khan, Esau is the most unjust man on earth. That's right, Hey, but with that, I'm gonna keep it short and to the point. So, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWASHI, Barakatah to all you brothers sincere out there. Keep pushing. Until next time, Shalom.